The Girl Who Fell from the Sky, the incredible survival story of Juliane Koepcke. Imagine falling from the sky, 2 miles above the earth, strapped to an airline seat, into the unforgiving heart of the Amazon rainforest. No rescue team, no supplies, just you and the wild. This is the true story of Juliane Koepcke, the girl who fell from the sky. It was Christmas Eve 1971. 17-year-old Juliane Koepcke boarded Lanza Flight 508 with her mother. The plane was flying from Lima to Pucallpa, Peru. Juliane, the daughter of German scientists, had spent much of her childhood at a remote research station in the jungle. But nothing could prepare her for what was coming. About 25 minutes into the flight, the aircraft entered a massive thunderstorm. Lightning danced outside the windows, and turbulence rocked the plane. Then, disaster struck. A lightning bolt hit the plane. One wing detached. The aircraft began to tear apart mid-air. Juliane, still strapped to her seat, was sucked out of the plane, falling nearly 10,000 feet through the sky. She lost consciousness as the wind roared in her ears. Miraculously, the dense jungle canopy helped slow her fall, and the seat she was strapped to may have acted like a parachute. She landed on the forest floor with a broken collarbone, deep cuts, a torn ligament in her knee, and one swollen shut eye. But she was alive. The only survivor out of 92 people on board. When Juliane awoke, she was alone. The jungle was silent and vast. She had no food, no shoes, just one sandal and a bag of candy she found near the wreckage. But she also had something else, knowledge. Thanks to her parents' work as biologists, Juliane knew the rainforest. She remembered their advice, follow water. Water leads to people. So she began walking, limping through the jungle, wading through streams, sleeping on the ground. She fought off insects, endured tropical heat, and avoided dangerous animals. Her injuries became infected. Maggots infested a wound on her arm, but she pressed on. For 11 days, Juliane trekked through the rainforest, exhausted, starving, barely alive. Finally, she came upon a log raft and a small hut. She waited, and eventually local lumber workers returned. At first, they were stunned. How could a teenage girl emerge from the jungle like that? They treated her wounds with gasoline, gave her food, and brought her by boat to safety. Juliane's story stunned the world. The only survivor of Flight 508. She had fallen from the sky and lived, but the trauma ran deep. She lost her mother in the crash and spent years coping with the emotional scars. Eventually, she followed in her parents' footsteps, becoming a biologist herself. She returned to the jungle many times, not to relive her past, but to study and protect the very ecosystem that almost claimed her life. Her story was later told in documentaries and her memoir, When I Fell from the Sky. Juliane Koepcke's survival is more than just a miracle. It's a testament to resilience, knowledge, and the human will to live. In the face of impossible odds, she endured pain, grief, and nature's cruelty and emerged stronger. She didn't just survive the fall, she rose from it. If you found Juliane's story as incredible as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comment below, what would you do if stranded alone in the Amazon?